Hey, aloha, I'm Michelle Molinas with Blossom Inner Wellness, and I wanted to talk to you quickly about how we manifest things and our connection to everything that is. And in fact, when I share this with you, you're going to be like, it's kind of comical that they even think social distancing it works at all. So this information is from Nassim Haramein, who is one of my favorite quantum physicists. I've been studying him for many, many years, and he has absolutely blown my mind. He is actually found how everything is connected. Einstein tried to find how everything is connected. He couldn't find it. He couldn't figure it out, but Nassim Haramein has figured it out, and it is super, super simple. Everything in the entire universe is connected with one geometric shape, one geometric shape. This empty space that you see as empty around me is and around you and throughout all of the cells of our body and throughout all of space is not empty. This is a vibrational frequency field. We are literally walking through vibration every time we move. In fact, sitting here, I'm sitting in a vibrational field, and me being here in this space is actually changing the field. Is actually has a in interaction, a feedback loop that my frequency, that my body has with this empty space. So as I sit here in a feeling in my body, like right now I'm excited, right now I'm feeling a little bit of anxious, a little bit of anxiety because I had a little bit of caffeine from my tea this morning, but I'm feeling really happy and excited to share this with you. And that frequency in my body is connected to the frequency of the empty space, and it is changing the field. It is literally, my frequency of my body is changing the field. This is how important you are. The frequency of who you are, your personality, with all of the emotional trauma that has created your personality of who you are, makes a difference in the world. It makes a difference in your particular present space, and it actually affects the empty space that surrounds you, and it affects people. This is why you can walk into a room and all of a sudden it's like you feel like you'll be in a party and you'll feel someone come in like that you love or or that you don't like, and you can feel them before you can see them. Why is that? Because of the field of the frequency, the vibrational frequency that we're always in. You're feeling their vibration before you see them. So let me show you this one geometric shape that is the entire universe. Everything, the empty space, this is the geometric shape I'm going to show you. This geometric shape is in every cell of your body. This geometric shape is in the fence, this behind me, in the chair I'm sitting on. This geometric shape is throughout the entire universe, including black holes, including planets. It's in and throughout everything. And I'm going to show it to you right now. Planks, it is the flower of life. It is the flower of life. Planks are information vibrating as energy in each proton. I'm going to explain this in a second. It's going to be really simple because I have to have things simple, and I had to watch this about 1,000,000 times to finally really get it. The number of Plancks in one proton is holographically equal to the mass of the entire universe. I'm going to explain to you what that means. There is enough information in one of your protons to recreate the entire universe. So what does that mean? What does that mean? This is so amazing. It means, okay, you have a cell. We have 100 trillion cells in our bodies, roughly 50 to 100 trillion cells in the body. In every single cell, there's 100 trillion atoms. I mean, this goes really small. In every single atom, there are protons. And depending on the element, depends on how many protons there are. But so there's a bajillion protons in your body. Check this out. In every single proton, every single one, is enough information holographically to recreate the entire universe. That means in every single proton in your body, in every single proton in the fence, in every single proton around the empty space, is all of the information in the entire universe. This means we're connected to everything. We cannot not be connected. It means that around us, around the entire universe, is a blanket, a geometric shape called the flower of life, which I actually tattooed on my arm. And it's the information of the entire universe. This is why, I don't know if you've heard of remote viewing, this is why people can actually get into a certain space, get into a certain frequency, a certain energetic frequency in their body, like a meditation, and they can literally see what's happening on the other side of the world. There is a 3-letter agency of our government that uses remote viewing to see other places around the world, to see other countries and see what they're doing. It's called remote viewing. You can look it up. This is how psychics tap into the field. And I don't want to go into psychics because there's a whole different information thing about that. But this is how we are all connected. This is how you manifest stuff. So you will have a vibrational frequency in your body. Let me give you a really good example. My girlfriend, who is needing a place to stay here in Hawaii and in the Big Island, and a lot of people say, oh my gosh, it's really hard to find a place in Hawaii right now because there's so many people here. But she was like, no, I'm always taken care of. I know that my right place is going to come. My sanctuary is going to come. Okay. She is mad. She literally vibrated the knowingness that she had her most amazing sanctuary place. She manifested numerous places to live, numerous on this island, which is really like amazing. Not only that, but she manifested a place by the water that is literally one of the most beautiful studio 1-bedroom places I have seen on the island. Beautiful, in the exact rent that she wanted to pay. Exact. So why did that happen? Because of the frequency of her body, the frequency of her knowingness. We have not been taught this. Why? Because of control. The powers that be, we are controlled with everything, economics, everything around that has happened in the planet is programmed and controlled. This is the programming of women. And this is kind of a little bit of off topic, but I wanted to bring this up. The programming of women who never feel good enough, who are always comparing themselves to other people, other women, who are getting jealous of other women. That is programming, and that is BS. Because you, as a woman and as a man, but women have mostly been targeted for this type of programming of I'm not enough, I need to get this product to feel better, I need to lose weight because I'm not good enough in my body. All that is programming to keep women at a frequency of feeling in their body that I'm not good enough and there's something wrong with me and there's something to fix. I'm here to tell you right now, there's nothing wrong with you and there's absolutely nothing to fix. All there is integrating emotional trauma, integrating it into all that you are. And when you do that, and I'll give you a quick practice at the end of this to do that, then what happens is you get freedom. When you are triggered by sadness, anger, frustration, when you are triggered and you have that frequency of fear, worry, stress, that is an emotional frequency that goes out into the field of all possibilities, and it keeps you as a slave. It keeps you under control because fear makes people do things that they feel like they need to be safe. When you know the power that you have in your body, the knowingness that we can create a free world, the knowingness that we can empower each other by knowing that we are always safe without a mask on our faces, when we, can feel the frequency of knowing that I'm always guided and I'm always protected, nothing can harm us, nothing. And then we create a world where every single person is fed, where all children are kept safe, where every person who wants a home has a home. When then we create a world of free energy, then we create a world where money doesn't even matter. And all of us are abundant beyond measure, beyond anything we can possibly even know in this lifetime. But it is happening. So what is this? What is the magic of this field is how Jesus performed miracles, because he knew we are connected to everything, to the field of all possibilities, all possibilities. So what he did, of how he performed miracles, was he was able to vibrate at the frequency of knowing that this person can arise from the dead, that there is no death, that death is a transformation of energy. That's all death is. It's your body stays here on earth, but your soul, but the energy frequency just changes. So he was able to vibrate at the frequency of knowing, bringing back the energy of that person back into his body so he can arise Lazarus from the dead. He brought in the knowingness, 3 loaves of bread and 2 fish, or 3 fish and 2 loaves of bread. And then he fed a congregation of thousands of people or hundreds of people. How did he do that? Because he brought into frequency, he vibrated his body at a frequency of knowing that there was abundance for all people. So that's what we can do right now. Right now, you are vibrating at a frequency that is changing the field of all possibilities around you to match that frequency. There is a feedback loop. There's a feedback loop. You're part of that feedback. What you feel goes out into the empty space, into the field of all possibilities. What you see back is showing you what you're vibrating at. So it's a loop back and forth. It has to be. That's how we live every single day. That's how we manifest. So here's what I want. Here's your practice. And I know I said I was going to give you another practice around integrating emotional trauma, which I'm going to do after this one. So I want you just to close your eyes and I want you to take a deep breath. In fact, this is actually part of the practice of emotional trauma integration. And if for those of you, if this information is clicking with you and you want a free session with me, check out blossominnerwellness.com and you can get a free session with me and we can go deeper with this practice, this work. Okay, so find whatever feeling you're feeling in your body. It's important to know the vibrational frequency that you're feeling. So find whatever feeling you're feeling. Right now I'm feeling excitement. So you're gonna breathe into that feeling. Breathe into it with your breath and open it up, like you're blowing it up, like you're expanding the feeling. Now, if it's fear or worry or stress, you're not making it wrong at all. There's nothing to fix. You're gonna breathe into that feeling. I want you to expand it in your body. So expand the feeling. A lot of people get afraid when I say expand the feeling of fear, expand the feeling of stress. Expand it, because that is how it dissolves. That is how it transforms. That is how it moves out of the body, is by expanding it. Most of the time people are afraid and worry and stressed and frustrated and angry. They're breathing shallow and they're tight. Their body is tight. So they're actually holding that frequency in their body and they're keeping that vibration going in their body. So what the first thing you do is you breathe into it. And then what I like to do and say when I'm in those frequencies, which I am sometimes, this is a normal human feeling. It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be worried. This is a normal human feeling. There's nothing wrong with this feeling. There's nothing to fix. I fully acknowledge that this frequency is in my body right now. And you breathe into it. 2 to 3 breaths all the way down into your sacral energy center, the lower pelvic floor area. 3 deep breaths. By the 3rd deep breath, when you fully acknowledge, accept that that feeling lives in your body, it'll start to dissipate. Now you have choice. Now you have freedom, because you are not free when you are feeling a frequency that is a negative frequency. I don't even like saying negative, because there's nothing wrong with any of our emotions. But when you feel a lower vibrational frequency and we want to go up to a higher frequency, you have to fully integrate it in your body. And that's with your breath. You do it with your breath. And then what happens is you have compassion for yourself. That's the second part. You've got to have compassion for you. Buddha said you, more than anyone in the entire universe, deserve your love and compassion. So the second part of this is to have compassion. I usually put my hand on my heart and I say, it's okay that you're feeling this way. I get it. I understand. And it's okay. And you, more than anybody in the entire universe, understand what you have gone through better than anybody, more than anybody could possibly. You know things about yourself that nobody knows. So have compassion for yourself. That compassion energy is a frequency of love. Compassion is a frequency of love. So you have compassion for yourself. And then what happens is you'll start to, your energy will start to shift. And then you ask yourself, I love this question, what if? What if things are getting better? What if things are getting easier? What if there's something right around the corner that I don't know that's going to help me through this time? What if I'm truly supported in life? What if everything is working out for my highest good? How do I know that everything that is happening right now isn't for the best of humanity? How do I know that? What if it is? What if it's for the best of humanity? Can I be absolutely 100 million bajillion % certain that it's not? So you breathe into that. And then you start to see what it is we want, which is freedom for all people. All people are fed. All people who want a house are housed. Children are safe. We start seeing what we want. So that is the practice. And I'll go through it really quickly again. First thing you do is acknowledge your feelings. You don't try to fix them, make them right or wrong or good or bad. You let you be a normal human being with normal human feelings. And every single feeling you're having is okay. There's nothing wrong with it, and there's nothing wrong with you. So you breathe into the feeling and you tell yourself, it's okay that I feel this way. This is a normal human feeling. I'm not alone. And then you have compassion for yourself and understanding, because you've gone through a lot. We all have in the past year and a half. We've all gone through it. So then you have compassion for yourself, complete understanding of everything you've gone through. Then you ask questions like, what if everything's working out? What if there's something right around the corner that I don't know that's going to support me even more? How do I know this isn't for everybody's highest good? And then you see what it is you want. How would it feel if all people on the planet were fed? How would it feel if every single person who wanted a home had a home? How would it feel if all children were safe and loved and appreciated? And then you let that frequency go out into the field of all possibilities. And you start living through that. And this is what's going to happen. You're going to go up and down. When you emotionally integrate trauma, the ups and downs are going to be less. So if you're living a trauma-based life, you go up like this, up and down. Sometimes you get really high, sometimes you get really lows that want to seriously depressed, that's really lows, that's integrated, that's trauma that's not integrated. When you start to integrate your trauma, which is what the practice I just taught you or showed you was, you'll go like this. It's not so up and down. And then you'll be able to see things in a way you've never seen them before. Then you'll be able to see when people have triggers that have nothing to do with you, and it won't trigger you. You'll actually have freedom around that. That actually happened recently with a guy that I was seeing. He was really angry from a divorce he's going through, and he was being poopy. And I was like, wow, this has nothing to do with me. And I just looked at him and he goes, oh, are you mad? Because he was like it seemed like he was trying to get me mad. And I said, no. I said, I'm really disappointed and sad. And he looked at me and he said, why? And I said, because we're on totally separate pages. I said, I've already integrated the trauma of my past relationship and you're just starting yours. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that for you. I have a lot of compassion for you because I know that where you're at doesn't feel good. And he just like, his eyes were just like, what? The whole energy shifted. And we were able to have a true, real conversation. And it was a beautiful friendship that we ended up creating. So, and I looked down because my heart was I was like, oh, I like this guy. But that's what happened. And that was my experience in that particular present moment. So anyway, I send you so much love, so much aloha from the big island of Hawaii. Please know that even though it looks crazy out there, major cray-cray happening, what if this is the most amazing, perfect way that we all will be free? What if this is the most amazing, perfect way that's going to bring more love and more light and more peace into the world that we have never experienced before in our entire lifetimes? What if something great is happening under the surface on an energetic field level that's going to change all our lives for the better? Can we be 100,000,000% certain that's not true? Nope. Okay, everybody, I totally love you. Much aloha. And if this work talks to you, check out Blossom Inner Wellness. Get a one-on-one session with me. I'd love to support you.